Top 5 NES Beat Em Ups.
Number 5.
Mighty Final Fight. Final Fight on the NES? Yes sirree, Bobby. Well, kinda. Mighty Final Fight is a spin-off of Capcom's 1989's Final Fight on the arcade and the Super Nintendo. One of the first things you will notice in the game is the more childlike graphics.
Hey Ricky, you're up next.
I don't want to play this game. It looks like a kid's game.
Now don't be fooled by these graphics. The game is as manly as the rest. In the game, you can choose from either Guy, Cody, or Hagar, and they each have their own special abilities. The music in Mighty Final Fight is super duper! You won't feel tired or bored, which some beat-em-ups can really suffer from. The only gripe I really have with this game is that it's not a co-op game, which is a bummer.
Wait, I can't play?
But hey, Final Fight on the Super Nintendo is also only single player, and I still love that game.
Number 4.
Battletoads.
I think I have some zits and pimples and rashes.
I think the first thing we all think about when we think of this game is the difficulty, but let's put that aside for a minute. So this game has some of the best, most important parts of a beat 'em up. The actual beatings. I don't know why it is, but the way your fist, your foot, or your head gets big, along with the sound effects, just warms my sick, cynical heart. All of the levels here are well thought out and definitely a challenge. To be honest, I kinda miss the days when games were a little more difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are hard games nowadays, but most of the time you just start right back off where you died.
But in Call of Duty, you get...
In my personal opinion, I don't find the hovercraft level that difficult as opposed to how most people feel about this level. But level 6? That stupid snake level where you have to jump back and forth over and over and over onto a snake going in all different directions? Yeah, me no likey.
Number 3.
Double Dragon. What? Whoa, what? You didn't say part 2? Well, to be honest, I was so close to putting part 2 on this list instead, but I just couldn't. Part 1 holds more nostalgic value to me. The intro scene alone is almost enough to earn its spot. I actually like the basic story here. New York has been overrun by gangs and they kidnap your girlfriend, so you set out to get her back and kick the crap out of everything and everyone that stands in your way. The controls in the game are just okay. They're not great, but they do work well enough. You can learn different attacks by gaining hearts, and you can also pick up a variety of weapons, so you have plenty to work with. Now, one of the main downfalls in this game is that it is only single player, as opposed to the Sega Master System version.
Alright, game time!
Dude, this is also single player.
Hold on, Ricky. There is a 2-player fighter type style game built in, but it's nothing to brag about. But it will keep you busy for a good 15 minutes or so. Now for one of the best things about this game. The music. In my own personal opinion, but I think most of you will agree with me, some of the music in Double Dragon is the most memorable music ever on any system.
Number 2.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game.
Now can I play?
Yep!
So almost 2 years after the Turtles made their first appearance on the NES, which I personally love by the way,
Don't you ever talk bad about Ninja Turtles on the NES.
they were brought back in an amazing beat-em-up style this time around. One of the first things you may notice is that you are now fighting all familiar licensed Turtles enemies, as opposed to the first game where you may recognize maybe just a handful. The design elements here keep the game interesting, as many of the boss fights force you to learn attack patterns, and objects in the environment can be used as weapons. This is technically an arcade clone, hence the name, and obviously the NES can't do what an arcade can, but the levels are well detailed, the colors are beautifully vibrant, and the character sprites are incredible for the platform. Did you know that every purchase got a $5 Pizza Hut coupon? That should have made this game #1 in itself. But what game could beat out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game? As a beat 'em up, is there a beat 'em up better than this game on the NES?
Number 1.
River City Ransom. If you have ever played Technos Japan games on the NES, you will know that they are outstanding, and this beat 'em up is no different. The fighting in River City Ransom wins hands down 100%. You can beat up gangs on your journey to save your girlfriend,
Shocking!
but when you do, money will fall out, and when it does, you can pick up that money, go eat, drink, take a sauna, and read books.
Books? I hate books!
Now don't you worry, my little buddy. These books only take about 2 seconds to read, and when you do, you acquire a new technique, and sweet Samus, there are tons to learn. Some of my personal favorites are Acro Circus, Grand Slam, Stone Hands, and my actual #1 favorite is Dragon Feet, where you learn to kick like 5 times a second. This game is actually pretty funny. When you kill your enemies, they yell some pretty comical lines. The replay value here is insanely high, as you can go back and read books you have not read yet, or even just try all the crazy food you didn't try the first time around playing the game. You are welcome to
Explore the open world.
which not many beat 'em ups even to this day let you do. This is a game I actually go back to at least once a year, and I'm not kidding. Ricky and I just beat the whole game earlier this year together, and we couldn't get enough. We seriously had so much fun playing this game together, and we laughed hysterically the whole way through. In all seriousness, you guys, if you haven't played this game, I don't just recommend, I'm telling you guys, you need to go get it. If you're a gamer, you owe it to yourself. Go pick up River City Ransom right now.
Well, I hope you enjoyed my top 5 beat 'em ups on the NES. But remember, if anybody ever kidnaps your girlfriend,
Murder the whole town to get her.
Hey, you silly rascals!
Hey, if you guys enjoyed this list, why not check out another one of my lists? I promise you'll have fun watching it. Click right here to see it. Now, if you want to see somebody that does honestly beautiful work on video game related stuff, click here to check out Satch Bags. I'm not kidding when I say beautiful. This guy actually does some of the best work I've ever seen on YouTube, and I'm not kidding. And now most of you might know this channel already, but if you don't and you're a gamer, click here to watch That One Video Gamer, or better known as The Completionist. He does what most of us gamers should be trying to do, but honestly most of us can't. He completes video games every week, all the way through, 100%, and in most cases, 110%. Go check him out.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day now. I'll see you next time.
Alright, game time.
holy crap, your voice sounds like a butthole. Holy cow.
Alright. I told you it was going out. Alright, game time. Alright, game time. Alright, game time. Alright, game time.
It sounds so bad.